Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Freedom Friday, okay? Freedom Friday, y'all. And I got one for y'all. So, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about words, the power of words. And the reason I wanted to bring that up and the reason why it's the topic for Freedom Friday is because you have to have an understanding of words, what they mean, where they come from, like how is it put together so that you can understand the contents in which they're being used. So I'm going to take one that we use all the time, which is like understanding. Okay, so I'm gonna look it up on etymology, which is the history of the word. So it breaks down what the actual word means, where it comes from. In addition to that, I got the Black Law Dictionary here that we're gonna look at, and in addition to that, I have my grandmother's 1918 dictionary. Okay, so we're gonna look at all three of them to see what it is that it means. And the reason I'm doing this is because we take for granted that the words that we're using every day mean a certain thing. And depending on how it's coming at you, depends on what it means. Like one word in public speaking between two people means one thing, but if you were to go to court, it means something different. It could mean one thing speaking between two people, but two natural people, but when you go to speak to a police officer, it's something different. So words have power, and when you understand that words can sometimes be misconstrued or purposely, yes, purposely designed to confuse somebody or to take advantage of somebody because they don't know, you start to free yourself. So that's why I'm doing this today. Whether it's going to be a regular thing, I don't know. But right now, this is what it is for today. So the most common word that I'm going to take today, that we all have, is understanding. Okay, so you have an understanding of where I'm coming from. Now, most people take understanding to mean something that's like a comprehension, that you get what it is I'm conveying to you, that you have some kind of knowledge of what it is that I'm saying to you. That's the general, everyday, every person understanding of the word understanding. So let's look at the etymology. Okay, so and this is just etymyline .com. Well, I'll put the link below. But I can't say it. Anyway, so understanding. It says Old English understanding, comprehension, verb, noun from understand, verse meaning mutual agreement. Is attested from 1803. So we all understood understanding to mean comprehension, but it has another meaning, which is mutual agreement, which takes me to the Black Laws Dictionary. So in the Black Law Dictionary, understanding means in the law of contracts and agreement, an implied agreement resulting from express terms of another agreement, whether written or oral, an informal agreement or concurrence as to its terms, a valid contract engaged of somewhat informal character. This is a loose and ambiguous term unless it is accompanied by some expression to show that it constitutes a meeting of the minds of parties upon something respecting which they intended to be bound. Y'all hear what I said? It's agreement, contract. Okay? Now, this big baby right here. Y'all see this big baby? Okay, y'all see that? This is a dictionary. Webster Dictionary from 1918. This was my grandma's dictionary. Okay? It was one of two things I got from my grandmother. This was my father's mother from when she passed. But I got this dictionary and I got her sewing machine. So we're going to look up understanding in here. Because when I first got this book, I just looked up words just to see what they meant in here. And one of the ones I remember looking up was a mouse. Just a mouse, M-O-U-S-E. And for the definition, it had an unmarried maiden. Like, I never heard of an unmarried maiden being a mouse. But it was in there. Okay, I probably should have pulled this up before I started this video, but I didn't, so forgive me. Unhealthy. I was just at under. Okay, underarm, underhand, underman. Underman, to man inefficiently, to understaff. Underman. Yeah, wasn't what I thought. But anyway, we not going there. Okay, here we go. Okay, understood, understanding. Understanding. Okay, so this one, it has an adjective, understanding, meaning that understands, having or characterized by comprehension or discernment, sympathy. Understanding, the noun, the mental act, quality, or state of one who understands, comprehension. The power, the second one, the power, ability to think and learn, intelligence. Third, specific interpretation, as this is my understanding. Fourth, mutual agreement, especially one that settles differences in informal and not made public. Y'all hear that? It's informal and not made public. A mutual comprehension of ideals and intentions. Okay, so my understanding from these definitions is that, y'all, the dictionary is like over 1,000 pages. But my understanding of understanding is it's a mutual contract. So if I were in a position to where I pull you over or stop you on your path of wherever you going, and I ask you if you understand why I stopped you, is that a mutual agreement? Is that a contract? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it helps to know and understand where words come from. It helps to understand what words mean. It helps to understand how they're being used. So even when you looking at different laws, because as you can see, I looked at the Black Law Dictionary. Although that's just a dictionary, it's not the actual law. So don't go like thinking you look up something in there and it's the actual law. No, it's a dictionary. Okay. It can sometimes give you an idea if you're at a loss, but most of the times the laws actually have the definitions in them. They have what it is that they mean. So yeah. So think about that. Think about that in your day-to-day life. The words that we commonly use and that we commonly come in interaction with and use, and other people speak to us. Y'all know I'm a little off because of this. But anyway, but the things that come at us on a regular basis don't always mean what we think they mean. So just keep that in mind. Know what the context is of the people you're talking to. And don't just assume that they mean the same thing that you mean, or that they're there for the same reasons that you're there, because they're not. Okay? I'm finding the more I'm learning about credit, believe it or not, the more I'm finding exactly how deceptive things are. Like, they are really deceptive. So, I don't know. This might be the new thing, Freedom Friday, where I give y'all definitions and bring words to light, things that y'all should, get your wheels turning on the inside. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's what it was for today. So if you got anything out of this, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you got anything out of this, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I hope you have a good understanding. All right. Love you guys.